Hello. Alrighty. I think that's all set up. Hello and welcome to a late starting of Darien Player Squad. My name is Colston. So basically tonight we're going to continue on our little adventure. Ooh, it's a little too low. Yes? Yes. We're going to continue our little adventure of Arcade Spirits. Last time we left off was somewhere. It was... We last left off. We did chapter 1, and now we're on chapter 2. So, this is just basically going to be a continuation. I know I'm a little late because ya boy was playing Final Fantasy VII, and he lost track of time. Even though I made an alarm for 6, and I totally ignored it. So, we're going to get started. We're going to continue on. And we're going to see what else we can do. Or what our adventure self can get up to when we go through Arcade Spirits. Anyways, strap in. We're going to get going. And we're going to chase some ghosts. Level 2, Chasing Ghosts. Freaking Galaga in the background. Seems like about right. Nope. It is the year 20XX. And you know what? Things are pretty okay. I've worked as a floor attendant at the Funplex for 2 weeks now. Hard work, to be sure, but rewarding. In a spiritual sense, at least. I've helped Naomi repair pinball games. I've had tea with Francine while she reminisced about far-out 1960s. I've evacuated gamers when the kitchen accidentally caught on fire. I've had numerous kids puking up nachos on my clothes. I've scraped gum off of any number of surfaces. I've chased what turned out to be entirely too many spiders out of a single skee-ball machine. Ugh. Okay, look, I know I'm not painting this as a very rosy picture so far, but honestly, I'm happy. I'm happy even amidst the chaos and the grossness. I'm happy. That's all that matters. Right? Right, you're happy. This is the best I've seen you in ages, Colston. Before you'd come home all drained and exhausted. Now, well, you're still tired, but a good tired. My roommate Juniper, she's taken to stopping by during her lunch break, whenever she could get away from her office cubicle long enough to do so. It's still hard work, don't get me wrong, but overall, it's good work. I just feel good. Today's good and stuff.
Yes.
Good. Agreed. It's super good. Double plus good. Iris, we talked about you listening on my conversations. What'd I tell you about that? To pretend I wasn't eavesdropping, even know what I am? Exactly. You know, I'd be more upset about my creepy privacy invading digital overmistress. But I have to admit that Iris really pulled through for me. Even if she also ordered a 3 month 3-month supply of pizza bagels on my behalf.
Pizza on a bagel?
But Colston, when pizza's on a bagel... So, Juniper, how long have you left on your break? Anytime to squeeze in some pinball or something, I can spot you tokens. No can do. Our new assistant synergy manager arranged a team building exercise. I have to, like, move some color bits over paper around or something and then exchange high fives. Assistant synergy manager. That sounds like a very vague job. Nah, it's actually entry level. Good pay and right on the track of, to middle management. Pretty cushy, if a bit dull. Funny thing is that they asked me even if I knew anybody who'd fit in before they start advertising for candidates, and I said nope. Who would want to do that? When was this exactly? Oh, 2 weeks ago. So, 2 weeks ago, right? 2 weeks ago, right when I needed to find work, you told them you didn't know any good candidates for a well-paying entry-level job?
Oh.
Oh!
Well, but you wouldn't have liked being an assistant synergy manager, right? Not one bit.
Juniper, please tell me you told them no because I'd already taken this job by that point, not because you forgot.
Hey, I didn't forget. I just, didn't bother telling you about the open position that night. I mean, you'd already had so many jobs you hated. I knew you'd hate being an assistant synergy manager, so I didn't feel the need to tell you. And it all worked out, right? You just spent the last 5 minutes telling me how happy you are here.
Not a lie, I was happy indeed. Also not a lie, having packed pizza bagels for lunch after having pizza bagels for breakfast because we barely had enough money to cover the rent for this week, pooled together. Also not a lie, Gavin constantly hiding the numbers from us, insisting things were fine, all while dryly joking about perpetually being on the edge of crash and burn. Also not a lie, that every time someone in my family tried to chase after happiness instead of stability, we fell deeper and deeper into debt and misery.
Ooh.
Colston, say something. You're scaring me. When I lost my lifeguard job, I barely reacted. Didn't care that I was impoverished again and facing an uncertain future. I guess one of the nasty side effects of no longer going with the flow is no longer being numb to the reality of your situation. But I shouldn't feel upset. I've been genuinely enjoying my new job. It's restored my sense of hope that these days can be something to live through and not just endure. I have no right to be angry or upset at losing an opportunity at a safer, more stable future. Right? Hmm. So I won't be angry or upset. Simple as that. I decided I was done compromising, right? Done with settling, going with the flow. I'm going to be the one to break the family curse. I chose this path on my own free will. Even if I didn't have all the facts at the time. But, if I'm going to be honest, boundless confidence doesn't cover the simple fact that I chose to be vulnerable rather than safe. If the arcade closes, if anything else goes wrong, still, no need to dump that all on Juniper. It's okay, Juniper. You were right. I'd have hated that job. And things are great here.
Good. You were kind of freaking me out. Trust me, it's the right decision. You'd learn to loathe working at my office, like I do. I mean, sure, the pay is good, and you get get solid health insurance and paid vacation time, and they have a sweet coffee shop right in the lobby. And these really great chairs that support your lower back, like $1,000 chairs from Sweden crafted by master chairsmiths.
Juniper, I said it's fine. Everything is fine. Honestly, I'm okay. I mean, I won't deny that job would have been a safer bet. I want to contribute my fair share of the apartment rent, you know? But what's done is done. I'd rather look forward than look back.
Right. Forget I said anything. Please forget I said anything. I'm sorry. I should have told you. I shouldn't have held that back. But I still wouldn't have pushed you to take the job. It's totally horrible at my office. You'd have been miserable there, like me.
Juniper, it's cool. You're right. I'd have hated it. Okay, good. I've got a good feeling about this. I think you're right where you need to be, even if I was kind of dumb about getting you here. Hey, I gotta get back to the office. Have a good lunch, okay? I can feel this distant rumble of a frozen box of pizza bagels taunting me from the recently repaired employee break room. Yeah, okay, you have a good rest of the hours of your day, right? You bet. I'm okay with this. Everything is fine. Right? Yeah. Right. What I need right now is a distraction. And frozen pizza bagels are most certainly not it. My pocket money is really slim, but I think I need to step out for some fresh air and treat myself to a better lunch than that. And hey, maybe some company too. Nice and distracting, talking to someone about anything other than this. Let's see, who's available? Let's talk to... Let's talk to Ashley. It's not often that both floor attendants can go on break at the same time. I should take advantage of that and see if Ashley wants to grab some chow. On the plus side, I will not be lunching with Pinky the Funplex Flamingo. She's in her civvies today.
Oh, hi!
Hey, Colston, what's up? Kitchen on fire again? No, not yet. And avoid that happening again, I suggest having lunch somewhere else. You know, I was about to suggest that. Both not burning down the kitchen and going out for a bite. Sounds great. Ashley's a well of infectious joy, and I could really use some of that right now, especially after this morning. Oh, hey, I know where we could go. You haven't been to the whole store yet, have you? No, not yet. I've been existing off of all these pizza bagels. I do love me some pizza bagels, especially the sausage ones. I wonder how they make all those tiny little sausages fit in those bite-sized morsels. Like, is it on a conveyor belt with lots of sharp blades, chopping down at insane speeds? You wouldn't want that. You wouldn't want to be caught under that. No way. Focus, Ashley. Whole story? Oh, yeah. It's an adorable little bookstore that also sells coffee and donuts. Get it? Whole story. I liked it. Nevertheless, I got a hankering for some mini donuts. Let's go. Oh, there it is. Oh, it's right next door. Despite coming to this little strip mall for 2 weeks, I hadn't actually visited our neighbors. Mostly I did whatever needed doing. Took orders from Gavin, lent a hand to Ashley and Naomi, things like that. Whatever the job happened to call for, no more, no less. I couldn't say I've been a part of any community outside of the immediate circle of my coworkers, whereas the others visit Hold Story frequently. Ashley leads the way into a shop that smells strangely of dusty old books and sugary sweetness. I don't think I've ever been in a little independent bookstore, or a bookstore at all, for that matter. It's 2020. Who buys books in brick and mortar stores anymore? But despite the subdued atmosphere compared to the arcade, there are customers present and accounted for, sipping coffee, reading old tomes, and yes, munching on donuts. Ashley secures a tiny table for us before directing me to the bar. Hang on, what the heck is up with this menu? It's organized by the Dewey Decimal System. I'll have the Judy Bloom. I'll have the Judy Bloom. It's a bunch of mini donuts. And hey, my treat, okay? I mumble out of thanks, not trying to make a big deal of it. Cash is tight, and boutique cafe pastries wouldn't help my situation much. What? Who the fuck are these two? Hello? Boy, that strawberry blonde fella looks like a younger version of me. Before the poof, it was more of long hair than anything. Anyways, a pair of middle-aged guys await to take my order. Hey, I'd like Well, I want coffee. Fuck it. Hey, what's good? What's your favorite order from the menu?
On Terry Pratchett coming up, a jam pastry with Clatchy and coffee.
That actually sounds really fucking good. The second fellow puts together my order and also drops a small paperback book onto the tray, featuring a many-legged wooden travel trunk on the cover. Huh. A literary lunch. Nope. Did I read that right? A literally literary lunch. Here we go. I thought I read that right.
With alliteration, apparently.
Say, you work at the Funplex, don't you?
Right. We've seen you walk past our doors every morning and evening.
Like clockwork, tick-tock.
Right. Sorry, I should have introduced myself. Floor Attendant Colston Reed, at your service. I'm your inside guy for tokens and tickets.
Oh, we're lousy at video games.
Totally lousy.
But Francine's just a peach, isn't she?
Sweetest dame you'll ever meet.
I love these two.
Regardless, welcome to The Whole Story. I'm Ben.
I'm Matt.
No relation to the actors.
Although they're cuties, and so are we.
Oh, stop.
Stop being cute? Never.
These guys are really cool. I like Ben and Matt. Ben and Matt's really fun. Apparently the sugar is available in forms other than round and holy.
Anyway, don't let us stop you from having fun on your little date.
Wouldn't dream of it.
It's not a date?
Just friends then? Friendly friends on a play date?
Maybe the real date was the friends we made along the way.
I'd say the real friends were the friends we made along the way.
What if the way was also the real friends who were the real friends we made along the way?
These two.
Okay, now you're just being silly.
And how?
Anyway, next order, please.
The pair waves the next customer in as I return to Ashley's table with our orders in a nicely decorated wooden tray.
Oh, wow!
These mini donuts are just so cute. Ashley holds up a tiny donut in her hands like a chipmunk holding an acorn. She looks down at the tiny pastry with her eyes sparkling and her eyes sparkle before she takes a bite. Closing her eyes, the corners of her mouth curl in a wide smile. Colston, it's so yummy! I could eat these all day. I wish I could have Ashley's enthusiasm about eating food. The same old pizza bagels day after day is dulling out my palate. Ashley's face changed from pure delight to concern. Hey, Colston, is everything okay? You aren't your normal self today. You seem a little off. It's been an interesting morning. Kind of hard to wrap up in my head around everything. Hey, I know how those days go. Even I feel lost and confused sometimes. These are days when it's especially rough. You feel the same way too, huh? Me too, huh? I guess it happens to the best of us. I
I
know.
know it seems totally unlike me, but honestly, deep down I'm scared. I feel like I don't really know who I am.
It's cute that like her belt buckle is also a flamingo. Wait, what was that button? Was it X? No, was it right click? Ah, it is right click. Like look at that. Look at that little flamingo belt. That's actually really fucking cool. I like her design. Is that a I wasn't really paying attention to her shirt. I was more paying attention to what I was reading, and it looks like some Bishi anime. Oh, I wonder what Jackface drew that from. I wonder what they drew that.
Every time I look at myself in the mirror, I don't know who this person is who is staring back at me.
Me too, Ashley.
I mean, in my heart of hearts, I know I am Ashley Wolf, but that's all. What makes up Ashley Wolf? Who am I? Who am I really? That's what I'm searching for.
That took an unusually serious tone compared to Ashley's usual chipper attitude. And I can't say I entirely get what she means by about not knowing who she is. Well, no, I kind of get it, considering I don't know what I want from life. What I want and what you want and who you are often linked ideas, right? But Ashley looks so forlorn. I can't just sit by and say nothing. I won't let the silence drown her out. I wonder if Ashley uses cosplay as a way to explain her world. To help explain her world. To discover things she couldn't obtain without it. Cosplay helps you find what you're looking for, right? Ashley looks shot and slightly embarrassed. Whoa, how'd you guess? Are you psychic? You have to tell me if you're psychic. Those are the psychic rules. No, it just makes sense, I guess. We all have our masks, do we not? Yeah, we do. When I reflect on my life, I really do love cosplay, and I love the rush it brings. I get to be whoever I want, whenever I want. I can be a starship captain, an elf, a giant pink flamingo mascot even. I don't have to worry about Ashley. I can focus on being someone else. I feel awkward in my own skin. When I'm in a costume, I feel like I'm at my fullest potential. I just feel comfortable. But I think cosplay has really helped me understand some things about myself that I couldn't see before I started doing this. I just want to be able to love the person I am when I find them. Knowing you, I think you'll do just fine there. If you can smile for the kitties through the pink flamingo mask, you can smile for yourself. I really hope so. I really do. Ashley looks off again longingly for a second before snapping back to attention. Oh my, I just talked your ear right off. Beep beep, lunchtime is over, Colston. Ugh, right on time. Hey, thanks for listening, Colston. I mean it. And, you know, if you ever want to talk about your problems, I'm here. I mean, I'm here at the Funplex, yeah? But, like, I'm here for you too. And that's what friends are for. And I totally know I might be overstepping my bounds here, but I feel like lately you're just going through motions at the Funplex. Huh? No. Things are great with me at the Funplex. You punch in and punch out right on time, sure. But from what I've seen, Colston, you have so much potential. The flame burns deep inside you, and you just gotta dig down and bring it out that light, you know? You'll do great things. I just know it. And I've totally delayed you long enough. We should get back to Gavin before he notices we're gone. Well, that was a nice lunch with Ashley. Time for the afternoon shift. That's usually when things heat up after the quiet mornings. More kids coming in after school, more pro gamers rolling in with crews. I'm headed back to my desk, ready to take care of what needs to taking care of when I'm intercepted en route. Colston, Ashley, we're both back. Good. I was able to catch you before we left. Ooh, what's up? Hamza's up.
Okay.
He is? Huh. Okay. Ashley, I'll bring the van around shortly. Colston, you'll be flying solo today. Hang on. What's happening exactly? Who's Hamza? Hamza's a game finder, an auctioneer, and gives us next to no notice when a new block of games will be going under the gavel, so we need to move. Ashley, Naomi, Francine, and I are going to his auction for the rest of the afternoon while you run the Funplex. My first instinct is to nod and go along with it. Gavin's the law around these parts. But Ashley's words are still dangling away in my mind. Doing what needs doing is great and all, but maybe I need to step up a bit more. Plus, the idea of being trapped in here during your heaviest hours of low support is hardly appealing. You know what? Step up to the plate, buddy. I can do it. Me? Seriously? Did we learn nothing from the Great Kitchen Fire incident of 2020 that Colston exudes an aura of perpetual bad luck? That cruddy old microwave exploding had nothing to do with your pizza rolls. Pizza bagels! Whatever. Hey, hang on. I got a say in this too, right? As a fellow floor attendant, I feel like such a third wheel at those auctions anyway. Let Colston be the third wheel and let me handle the floor. I'll be the finest third wheeler you've ever met, trust me. I just want to do more than I've been doing. Different things, new things, show some initiative. Like, I suppose it wouldn't change much to bring Colston instead, but no costume time, okay? Today. Ashley, I need non-plush fingers on duty in case of ticket jams. Pinky can stay in storage for the afternoon. I'm just happy to be helping folks out, one way or another. I need to get in the van. Wait out front, please. We'll probably be closed for the time you get back. So I'll see you in the morning. Floor attendant Ashley, away! Nice. The crew, the squad. Leaving me outside with my two traveling companions. Not much time to chat, however, as Gavin pulls his van and a rental trailer around. Oh my, how exciting. I rarely go on adventures these days. It's just a quick trip, ma'am. Any trip is an adventure if you make it one. Shall we? The four of us pile in and it's off to the highway. Is it actually going to be Vancouver Highway? Dang. I was hoping. Are you kidding me? This van rocks. I love it. I love this van. I love this van so much. Is this the arcade van? I love it. Gavin consulting to drive him out on his phone leads us out of the city via a series of weird turns and back roads. Trust me, this will save time in the long run. Where's Hamza setting up this time? On site at some abandoned estate just outside town. It's about to be torn down, but they found a trove of arcade games in the basement. So exciting! I love arcade raids! Arcade auctions? Raids. Auctions. You guys got an arcade to English dictionary I could borrow? Francine, without looking up from her knitting, answers. A raid is when a bunch of collectors get together and rescue games before they can be junked by their original owner. An auction is where someone sells off their arcade games one at a time to a crowd of active bidders. So, which is this? A raid or an auction? It's both, dearie. Hamza, that sweet boy, buys up private collections before they can be thrown away. He rescues them from that terrible fate and then auctions off his finds. Sort of. Okay, now I'm fuzzy on the sort of part. I'm the newbie here, remember? Well, okay, so Hamza obviously auctions off games for cash money, but he's very whimsical. He's a very whimsical kind of guy. Once I saw him trade off a vintage Burger Time in exchange for someone's super secret chili recipe passed down through generations of family. In other words, he's just on edge of being a loon. This would be a lot simpler if it was just a raid. We pay up front, we declare what games we want, and cart them away. Instead, he ambushes us with these impromptu auctions and makes us come down there to entertain his whims.
Wonderful.
I think he's sweet. He wants to make sure the games go to good homes, to people who really want them, even if they can't pay. And really, we should be honored we even get an invitation. He's trying to cut out the big franchise arcades like Deco's Place and help the little guys like us. It's inefficient and relies entirely on keeping on Hamza's good side. Huh. I'm guessing Hamza's the sort of person who would let a kid have a game of his dreams for free. He doesn't care about money, he cares about people, am I right? Correctamundo! Hamza's a great guy. Is he hard to predict? Sure, but he's got a big heart, and that means something in this business. Not enough big heart left some days. Yes, because that's how you pay the bills and keep doors open, by having a big heart. I won't deny, we can sometimes squeak out a trade that's practically a steal, thanks to his personal modus operandi. But let's not push too far here. We need to temper our expectations a little, I suspect. We don't have room to add any more games, especially relics like Hamza usually deals in. What about the offsite storage unit? We can just rotate games in and out more often? Nearly full to bursting, and not cheap for us to rent on a monthly basis. I'm not saying we have to go home empty-handed. Certainly a few holes in our roster we can fill should we find an excellent deals and beat the other bidders. But consider this, above anything else, a way to maintain relations with Hamza, even if we don't end up bidding. Aww.
Now, Naomi. Gavin knows the numbers. I'm in favor of making our little funplex more and more fun, but floor space is finite. And Gavin, remember, if we find some darling little game Naomi would lavish adoration upon, we can always retire an older game. Life, my young friends, is a series of trade-offs.
She is right. Well, isn't it better to, just settle and compromise all the... It's not just... Bleh. Isn't it better to, not settle, just settle and compromise it all the time?
Well, now, there are trade-offs, and there are trade-offs. It's silly to say that you should never compromise, as silly as it is to say you should always compromise. It's what you compromise that defines who you are.
Shit, Francine, that's fucking deep.
You're all so young yet. You've time to make mistakes in learning what trade you need to make.
Unless you don't make rent on your apartment or your stomach's growling. Iris and Juniper have pushed me to stop settling for less out of my life, to stand up for myself and my happiness. And I've done just that, without regret. So, everything should be fine now, right? Right? New default topic diversion. The weather! I should, for some of those welcome to Night Vale. Welcome to Night Vale fans. I should have like just went on break and then played a song and then came back. Well, at least it's a nice day for an outing, right? Come on! Wonderful. Glad I packed plastic bags to wrap cabinets just in case. Fuck. Really? Oh, that's our Gavin. Always thinking ahead. Trying to protect your investments, huh? From Hamza's invitation, it seems this arcade was largely abandoned and left to rot. I'd rather not add water damage to the ailments these games are already suffering. It's so sad we come across a wonderful game that's just ruined beyond repair. Most collectors show their collections a lot of love, but others just don't care. You find old games in barns exposed to the elements and falling apart. I suppose this is one thing we can easily agree on. It's important to take care of your games. For their resale value, you mean. A broken game's no fun to play with. And it's a shame to see a classic in terrible condition. Consider pinball. Pinball games are very prone to breakdowns, particularly older ones. To experience them in their glory, you need to show them care. Even beyond a busted game earning no quarters, it feels like a waste to allow an enjoyable game to lie follow? Yeah. A waste of true potential. Huh. Good point. Glad to see these two getting along better, even if Naomi kept preemptively attacking them along the way there. With the rain pounding down on the van roof, conversation gets a bit difficult. Gradually, everyone resumes fiddling with their phones, knitting, or driving, leaving me to wonder exactly where is this auction and or raid happening anyway. We've been driving for some time, leaving the city far behind. What would a massive trove of arcade games be doing this far out into the sticks? Maybe it's some closed down roller rink, or an old bowling alley, or maybe a creepy old house that's haunted by exactly 87,194 ghosts. Actually, it's funny. It's kind of funny because I'm also wearing my recent birthday gift from Nicole. She got me this this shirt that says Spook House, and it's actually a reference to the Haunted Mansion from Disneyland. And on the bottom, it shows like directions of how to build with, and it's really cute. Ah, the classic Reed luck and play, so majestically awful. Gavin pulls up alongside any number of other vans and trucks. We're here a little late, it seems. Ah, good grief, is this really the auction site? Creepy. Definitely creepy. At least an 8 on the creepometer. An old home has character, I feel. Let's not judge it by the exterior, shall we? With all speed, the group hurries inside to get away from the weather. A large group has already gathered on the foyer of the crumbling estate, but one rushes forward to greet us in a blur as the others pay little mind.
Greetings, friends.
That is Hamza? He looks like a Nigerian prince.
Hamza welcomes our friends from the Funplex. Welcome, welcome.
I seriously think he's a Nigerian prince. I know he's not, but...
Gavin, stalwart as ever. Naomi, love what you've done with your hair. Miss Francine, a beauty surpassed only by your wisdom.
Ooh, fresh.
And a new player, it seems. Who might you be?
Colston Reed.
I see. Greetings to you and yours.
Lol, I mean, close, but not quite. No, I know exactly where it's not a Nigerian. It's not a Nigerian prince. It's more of a very well dressed Indian prince. But anywho, yeah. And hello. How are you doing tonight? I started a little late. I'm sorry. I was playing Final Fantasy VII and I got caught up in it. He's the one you actually respond the email for. You know what? You're not wrong. I see. Greetings to you and yours. I am known as Hamza, seeker of antiquity, finder of things lost, player of games.
Welcome to, well, not my home, but a place where Hamza shall provide hospitality regardless.
I like this character. First one's rude. The first one's honestly rude. I wouldn't say that. I don't feel Secret of Antiquity would be nice in conversation, so I want to go with this one. Thank you for your invitation, Mr. Hamza. I understand you only invite a select few. The Funplex is proud to accept your summoning. And now you sound like me. Indeed, I am very careful of who I allow to my events. These machines deserve owners who will respect and appreciate them. Hamza will accept nothing less. Alas, I have not a moment to enjoy your fine company, Colston Reed. Perhaps later, but for now, it is time. Clapping twice for attention, Hamza rallies the small crowd of the room to begin the proceedings. Friends, companions, longtime allies of the noble art of the arcade, welcome to Donnawood. Its story begins nearly 30 years ago when legendary pop musician Donna Michaels, singer of such hits as Thrilling and Mama Don't Mope, did a stately pleasure dome decree. Here, the reclusive idol crafted a private amusement park, a petting zoo, and an arcade. Oh, Cerulean! Hello! Welcome to the stream. Hello! Alas, she could only enjoy this paradise for a short 10 years before her tragic death. Needless to say, the estate has fallen on hard times ever since. In this year, it shall be torn down to make way for condominiums. But not before we have our say. Fave Pokemon from Gen 1 to Gen 3. Haunter. Or Eevee. Or Gyarados. And if Steelix is in there. Actually, top two would probably be Haunter or Steelix. Next.
Those games that Donna Michaels cherished still lurk one floor below, ready to be rescued from such a terrible fate.
Steelix.
It is our moral imperative to do so.
Steelix. He's a big boy, and he needs love. Or girl, one of the two. They both need love.
I have paid the estate owners a princely sum for the entire lot. Now, Hamza parcels them out to you. By all means, browse the collection. See which pieces sing out to you. On the far table, you shall find refreshments, grapes, sparkling wine, and delicacies from my travels. Mingle, cavote, and we shall begin the auction in 1 hour's time.
Indeed, a lavishly arranged table that probably cost more than any single arcade to put together in this is descended upon by the invites soon after. I feel like I'm attending some ancient Roman celebration of debauchery and gluttony, not an arcade raid or an arcade auction or whatever. Donna Michaels? I knew it! I should have recognized Donnawood when we pulled in, but it's raining too hard. Who? You've never heard of Donna Michaels? She was the hottest musical act of 1980. Naomi, I was born in Not true. I was born in 1989. Very, very close. I'm totally plugging my phone into Gavin's stereo so we can blast Girls Just Want to Play Games all the way home. But first, I'm going to go check out the cabinets in their arcade. I'm not really into mingling. Later. She dashes off with all speed, heading for the stairs leading below. I suppose I should go network a bit. Hamza's events always draw an interesting crowd of rival arcade owners. Oh, hey, birthday year, buddy. Yeah. Metababy, my birthday is actually May 3rd, actually. Well, the full birth date is May 3rd, 1989, but, you know. Where was I? Right. Heading for the foodstuffs, Gavin arranges himself a plate, so he has an excuse to hang around and eavesdrop on the other collectors, leaving me to, do stuff? What? I did not know it was your birthday recently. Well, happy belated birthday, Metababy. I hope you had a good one, even though during this pandemic. But still, I hope you had a nice time. Leaving me to do stuff. Now, I see why Ashley was bored at these events. Gavin schmoozes, Naomi analyzes finds, and Francie's already napping in a chair. I've got nothing to do. Well, when in doubt, find someone who knows what they're doing and stick to them like glue. Let's go with Naomi. Aw, thank you. I'm not really interested in those in the arcade version of Game of Thrones going up on here. Gavin can handle these guys. Me, I want to see this legendary arcade Hamza was talking up. So I head downstairs to join Naomi. Oh, that's cool. Is that like... I can't tell if like some of these are like hand painted or like a 3D render or something like that. Whoa. Is this a private collection or a full-fledged arcade? I was expecting a handful of games and a pool table or something, but this is easily 3 times larger than the Funplex itself. Even coated in dust and disrepair, it's awe-inspiring. And it's also hard to find anyone in this maze of tightly packed games. Invitees are browsing the available stock to decide on what's worth bidding on, making it crowded as well. But eventually, I locate Naomi practically cuddling a narrow-looking TMNT machine. Woo! Colston, look, a 2-player variant of TMNT. They were all released in Oceania region. Such a rare find. Wait, wasn't that game originally 4-player? Why would anyone want a version with only 2 joysticks? Well, because I mean, it's rare. It's a find. And it's less fun. Not the point. Anyways, it's hard to find one of these 2-player or 4-player. It's hard to find one of these 2-player or 4-player. I'd love to have it in arcade. I'd love to have that, and this one, and ooh, if only we could take all these home with me. I mean, I have some water damage. Others likely have busted CRTs and controls. They all need work, but I recall the game she was working on when I first met her. Extensive repairs needed just to make it playable. So, not only would you have to bid and win the game, but you would have hours of work and plenty of spare parts to purchase ahead of you? I know, isn't that great? Okay, there is a nice, is there a nice way to say this? Like, I love my game collection too, but like there's a point of when I have too much. Like, right now I got like a big ol' stack. Actually, yeah, so, well, I know it's a little hard to see, but the topmost little poster that's right about here is about the size of like the bookshelf that I have. It's basically the IKEA bento, it's called, the bento tall media storage. Cupboard. No, that's not it. Bookcase. Thank you. And so basically, I have this long, I have like 2 or 3 of them, and I got this long tall one. It's just full of games. But like, I know when enough is enough, but I'd like to continue to collect more. Like, my Steam library versus my actual library are like two different things, but I still like collectively have like 500 games or better. So if I was going to tell Naomi to settle her fucking jets, I would play to the first one. You really love bringing a broken old game back to working order, huh? Absolutely. These games deserve to shine as they once did ages ago. If I can turn back the clock and let them be what they can truly be, let people play them as they were in their prime, well, there's no greater feeling. And you enjoy the challenge of restoration too. Repairing hardware, replacing damaged art, the problem solving of broken monitors. Oh, you know me so well, Colston. Exactly. And all that is admirable. I really love how happy these projects make you, Naomi. But there's a flip side. How much time does it take you to restore a game? I'd say if it's in good shape, maybe a few hours. If it's really a wreck and needs extra love, a few days, maybe weeks, if parts are on back order. Okay, now think of the games we currently have and how many still need work or break down frequently. Can you take on a bunch of new projects? Well, I could make the time work late, right? Even a girl with bottomless energy has her limits. It's not fair.
It's not fair. I know. I mean, I'm not dense. I know there's only so much we can realistically do. So many projects I can actually take on. But I wish I could do more. I wish we could do more.
Why not teach me something so I could help you out?
Funplex has never really been a success. Even before I came on board, it was always struggling to stay afloat. I joined it because so few arcades still have the games I love. But I can't turn our situation around, can I? No matter how hard I try.
Why not teach me to help you?
This is my first job. Part of me is hoping it'll be my last job, too. That I can happily spend all my days tinkering with these wonderful games.
Aw, she sounds so sad.
Every kid says they want to be a fireman or an astronaut or a robot cop or something, but nobody actually ends up doing that, except me. I wanted to fix up arcade games, and that's what I'm doing. That's all I ever wanted to do. So when I see all these old, broken games, I just want to show them the love I can give. I could be happy working on them for the rest of my life.
Wow. That's dedication. And really? You went straight from school to an arcade job? I mean, I've meandered from job to job, never really sure what I wanted. That's normal, right?
Yeah.
Oh, definitely. I'm the oddball here. It's funny. I followed my heart and found just what I wanted and what I needed. And now, well, now I'm scared someday it'll all come to an end. The Funplex will close.
If the Funplex goes under, I really don't know what I'm gonna do. All I ever wanted was to work in an arcade. And I'm literally living my dream.
Okay, and now I feel bad for bringing her down her day. Hey, look, you never know, right? Maybe we'll get lucky. Maybe we'll find a game down here that brings in thundering herds of players. Right! It's a slim hope, and we both know it, but Naomi clings to it immediately, eagerly. My low bank balance and grumbling stomach mean I need to cling to that hope as well. I made my choice. Now we need to make that choice work. We just need to find the right game. Something nobody's played in a long time. Something that'll tug at the nostalgia strings. It's difficult finding the right balance, especially in the year 2020. A lot of these games are on life support, borrowed time. But they can be repaired, right? Well, yeah, for now. But CRTs, the monitors that power these old games, before LCDs and now 3D flats started replacing them, they're in short supply. Nobody makes them anymore. I mean, who buys a tube-based TV anymore? Nobody. It's all high definition and that dumb 3D projection tech, which looks awful. Nobody appreciates a good CRT anymore. Aren't high-def displays way cheaper, though? I've seen some old games running them in other arcades. They're wrong, is what they are. These games weren't designed for pixel-perfect flat panels. They were designed for fuzzy tubes. The picture looks weird on LCD. Even 2 weeks in, I'm still fuzzy myself on a lot of this stuff. But I grew up on in the internet age. I'm silicon literate. I got options. Honestly, that would be really good because then we can buy more and then we can still put CRTs on like the better ones. So it's a problem of having spare parts on hand, long term. Short of building your own factory for cranking out TV tubes, there's a temporary fix. Buy some cheap common games and use them as organ donors. And ruin a classic? Cheap and common, Naomi, not rare find, but one that's still readily available. We can even keep the cabinet itself so it can be restored later if it need be. Point is, mixing and matching the guts will keep more fragile games afloat.
Makes sense.
Well, I mean, okay, yeah, that does make sense. And I bet I can sell Gavin on that idea too. We need more rental storage, but I mean less ordering parts and less downtime. Okay, I'll see if there's anything down here nobody would want and nobody would need.
Thank you.
You know, I'm glad you're with us at the Funplex. Whether you take my side or Gavin's side, it's just nice to have someone else who cares about games around. Ashley's fun, but she's way more into cosplay than gaming. But it's kind of odd, you know? What? Feeling like I'm not alone. I know that sounds dramatic, but I'm so used to toiling away in my little workshop with Ashley and Gavin not really caring about things I love. They're kind enough to me and friendly. Well, Ashley is. But ever since you showed up, I feel like there's someone with me. It's odd. I'm not complaining though. I guess it just takes getting used to after years of feeling perfectly content to be alone, away from strangers, crowds. I mean, it's not really my thing. I don't like to network like Gavin does or socialize like Ashley does. And now I'm making things so weird I must stop there. Besides, I'm just about done taking inventory down here. How about you and I? Suddenly shouting and stomping of feet from the floor above. What the? Sounds like there's a fight or something going up there. I think we better should go see what's next. Quickly, but hurry upstairs. What's going on? I heard shouting. Hamza has ejected a representative of the dark carnival known as Deko's Palace from our midst, and not soon enough in Hamza's opinion. Oh, okay. I guess everything's fine then. Excuse me, I'm gonna go get my work apron on, because she'll be moving games soon. Naomi, if you don't mind, after you change, we should coordinate our wish list. I want to get that settled before the auction begins. No, don't leave me alone with... I'm gonna try to pronounce this. Botchanalin Orgy Master. Did I get that right? Did I get that right? I really hope I got that right. Botchanalin. Nearly? Bacchanalian. Sorry, Bacchanalian. Yeah? Phonetically, I think that's right. Excellent! Now let us resume the social amusements and, Joe, this is... Fuck. Sometimes my vocabulary is very limited sometimes. Jocularities? Coulson Reed, we will speak, yes? Hamza leads me off away from the chattering crowd, presumably not to eat me, or yell at me, or anything like that.
I make it a point to get to know all who attend my gatherings. Clearly, I have been remiss, as I allowed one who works with the hated Dekonami to enter.
I've never been remiss, as I allowed one who works with the hated Dekonami to enter.
Hamza would like to know you better, my friend. Not that Hamza assumes you to be a spy, of course. It is simply a matter of what is proper and right.
Well, you know, I don't know who this fella is. I'd like to know who he is, too. I'm just a floor attendant for the Funplex. Not much else to say.
Come now. Surely there's more to you than that. Share with Hamza.
He seems nice enough.
Consider me an impartial third party. Surely there are matters that occupy your mind which would be inappropriate to air to your business partners?
Right. But to an eccentric like you, I gotta be careful. Okay, this guy is clearly on a fishing expedition for dirt. Considering the high court of arcade royalty I'm supping with, maybe it's best not to give him anything. But I also don't want to make relations difficult for the Funplex. If this guy is really a leading supplier of cheap arcade games. Let's be honest with him. Honestly, I've had a long run of bad luck. I won't bore you with the whole story, but the TLDR is that my family's had a curse of foul luck for quite a few years. Moving from city to city, job to job, after I left home, I couldn't find stable work. Not until the Funplex, I guess. I'm determined to make this work, but I'll admit, I'm in a vulnerable position. It's not exactly a jet-setting executive role.
Hamza agrees.
Ah, yes, I see the dilemma you face. I've seen it many times before. In fact, including firsthand. Yes, I have known hardship. We all have, in the course of events. You are not alone in that condition, Coulson Reed.
Hamza began as a mere urban explorer and hunter of rare objects for a wealthy buyer in Dubai.
That sounds like a fun job, actually.
You see, many debts pursued me. And in return for assistance in paying them, I stocked the arcade of his dreams. In time, my patron released me entirely from the woes of debt.
Really? That's really nice.
They were difficult years, productive years to be certain. And throughout them, Hamza learned how to use the mystique of being Hamza to better achieve his goals.
Okay.
Now I stand before you with power, and with hard-earned respect for that power. I leverage it to ensure that those who respect games as I do can enjoy them, even if they lack coin. But yes, I have known a hardship. We all have in the course of events. You are not alone in that condition, my friend.
Okay. So, how do I get out of that condition? Do I need to be in debt myself to a wealthy prince or something too? See, it goes right back to him being a Nigerian prince when I initially thought, hee.
No. You will need the will to dream, and the will to work. The will to make the trade-offs that will bring you closer to your ambitions.
There's that word again. Trade-offs. Francine was mentioning something about that earlier. See? Yeah. I pay attention. I member. Wisdom and beauty. That is Francine. I'm trying not to make trade-offs, though. Not to settle. my parents. They gave up on so much just to barely scrape by. Ah, that is the puzzle, it is not? What to trade? Allow me to regale you with a story. Hamza makes a sweeping gesture to the beautiful ruin of the Donalwood mansion, and to an oil painting hanging on the wall. I guess that went over by the couch. Yep. Oh. Sorry for not saying hello. Hello, Noct. Welcome to the stream. I'm actually playing a little bit of Arcade Spirits tonight. Actually, it's a really fun and interesting visual novel about working in a... Well, it's not working in, but working for the Funplex. So it's a really interesting story so far. So right now we're doing an arcade auction or a raid, and I've met this eccentric fellow named Hamza. So come along with me. We'll go along in this visual novel. I'll be reading it out loud, and hope you enjoy. Oh, excuse me. If you haven't met me before, I'm Colston, the Daring Player Squad. Usually Wednesdays are my days. I usually stream on this day, weekly. So I hope to see you again soon. If not, we have definitely our other squaddies to during the week. So we have Tuesday, we have Joyce. Thursday we have Ash. Friday is James. Saturday is Arash and Joyce, depending. And Sunday is usually a team stream. We all get together and try to play a game together. So yeah, we hope to see you soon, more frequently in the stream. Anyway, at one time, Donna Michaels was a star on the rise. She had all she could ever desire and indulged in her desires all day long. But so indulgent was she that she failed to maintain the work that brought her there. After her second album didn't meet expectations, she lost interest. For years, she lurked in these walls as a recluse, playing games for hours and hours. Rumor has it that she was found dead within her beloved arcade, hands still wrapped around a glowing joystick. She starved to death, lost in the game. I'd say that's ridiculous, but I've seen Percy play for hours and hours at a time. And now her lost and aimless spirit haunts this very place. Adrift as a ghost in the machine. Too spoopy for me, man. Too spoopy indeed. And obviously a grim fairy tale rather than reality. But I feel there is an important truth buried in the myth. I ask you, was Donna's life spiritually satisfying? She didn't need to make any more albums. She wanted for nothing and had everything. You could say she died doing what she loved, playing games. Okay, but she still died, not getting around that.
Hamza agrees.
Precisely. So many years thrown away, refusing the world around her in favor of a dream. A dream is a lovely thing, Colston Reed, but you must balance a dream in one hand and the world in the other at all times. Naomi, she clings to her dream. Gavin, he clings to the world. Neither of them are truly happy as a result. And what of you, Colston Reed? Do you seek to be truly happy? Well, duh. What else am I what else was I going to answer? Except yes? But Hamza pressed a finger to my lips to silence me. Hold that thought. The auction is about to begin. Hamza claps twice, calling the room to attention.
Friends.
Friends, let us proceed to the arcade below. We have many games to bid on, all of which must be out the door by morning. As always, I will accept alternate bids, but test not the patience of Hamza if your bid is not a serious offer. The hours grow short. Any titles which find no takers will go to my own collection, but my hope is to find a happy home for every machine, one which will love and respect these games. He motions for me in particular to follow, as the group files downstairs. This way, this way! A bunch of folding chairs are set up in front of a large HD TV. One of Hamza's assistants loads up a photo slideshow of the games on offer as the group settles in. Hey, shouldn't Francine be here for this? It's technically her money. She trusts the two of us to make the right decisions on purchasing games. Plus, I hate to interrupt her nap, or her dating, or both. I swear, she can knit in her sleep. Ooh, I'm just too nervous. I think I'm going to browse the games again. See if there's any I missed. It's so dark down here. I could swear I didn't see them all. And how about you, Colston? Want to watch the auction with me, or go help Naomi search the arcade? I mean, I'm fine either way. Ultimately, you're the one here helping us to lug our purchases out the door, so do whatever you like. Thanks, I think. Well, I could bring up that idea that if we buy a common game, we could use spare parts for the other games, so I guess I could do that. Auctioneering sounds fun. Do I get to wave a bidding paddle around? Hamza's auctions are usually a shout-out-loud affair rather than discreetly signaling, but I admire your enthusiasm. I settle in next to Gavin, on one of the rickety old folding chairs. Not quite as posh as the banquet spread above, but hey, it's business time, not indulgence time.
Naomi sent me a list of games she wants me to bid on. We argued it a bit, and I managed to bring her down to 3 must-haves, and the rest would be nices. Needless to say, if the would-be nices start bidding up, I won't be bothered.
Do we have the storage space for the would-be nices?
Technically, yes.
What about the cash?
Like I said, only if they don't get driven through the roof.
Then maybe keep an open mind, right? Don't forget to see the forest for the trees while looking for the bigger picture or something.
Right. As Francine says, I know. But there are certain hard realities in play.
It has begun.
I have expected mid-90s techno to start blasting as the sideshow begins, but nope. They're just pretty photos of old games.
Behold.
Look at these beautiful games. They could be yours, all yours. But before we dive right in, I'd like a moment of recognition for Donna Michaels, whose spirit inhabits these walls. We who are about to rescue her games do so out of respect for her and her possessions, or her passions. May her soul be at peace with her beloved arcade in good hands. I thought you didn't believe in that tall tale. Or was he just being theatrical because that is the way of Hamza? Now then, shall we commence the auction, friends? I settle in and wait for Gavin to take an interest in the games on bid. Our next item for bid? Oh, hey, I recognize this. It's Joust, just like the one I moved out of the floor 2 weeks ago. Gavin frowns at his tablet, confused. Why is this on Naomi's must-have list? We already own one of these. The bidding opens at a pittance of a mere $50. Gavin shakes his head, ready to let this slide by. This one. That machine breaks down a lot, right? Well, having a spare in storage means not needing to buy more parts for it.
Impressive.
Astute. And a good reason to bid on it. I agree. Iris, give me a quick price check on the sum of all key components in Joust machine. As you wish, Mr. Cooper. Wait, you have an Iris too?
I suppose.
I can't say I like it, but yes, a premium Iris account. You have the free version, correct? I doubt it would be capable of a complex query such as this. Done. Individual components compounded together compile to $400. Gavin gets to his feet. $300, please.
That's fire.
Oh, at last, Gavin Cooper shows his fire. Will anyone step? $1,000 to complete my midway collection. Ugh. Well, crap.
Hamza must consider
A
this.
curious leap. Gavin, tell me, why would you seek this game? Naomi's pride and joy is is a fully restored Joust, but it breaks down frequently. I want to keep her dream alive by giving her an organ donor. Ooh, you have put Hamza in a strange position. You have between a collector craving her holy grail and a young girl's dreams.
Sold.
But Hamza must bow to fiscal forces that keep his fantasies afloat. Sold for $1,000. Seems once he hears a bit like he likes, it's all over. No going once, no going twice. The sound is a little quiet for the VO part. Aw, Gavin. Oh, maybe I got some sound.
Hey, listen. Hey, listen.
Maybe that's it. Maybe I had to turn it down or something.
Hey, listen.
There we go. That's better. However, as Hamza is not without a heart, I have a mostly working copy of that game in my personal stocks that I've been meaning to restore. Gavin Cooper, I grant it to you for free. Free?
Such is the iron will.
This is the will of Hamza. Question it not. The collector sits grumbling.
Thank you.
Thank you, Hamza. You are most kind. I am capricious, but thank you for the praise all the same. Onward! Our next item option for auction is this rather unique piece. And egads, that is one ugly football game. It looks like the side art stickers weren't even put on straight. The white paint is totally uneven, and the marquee's been broken, and the monitor has a big ol' as-is note. The joysticks are 4 different clashing colors, and... Do I hear 50? 40? Wait. I nudged Gavin, whispering, "Put a bit on it." Why? It's positively grotesque. I recognize the shape and the joystick colors. That's not really a football game. It's a TMNT. Naomi told me earlier that we needed one of these. I thought they only had crappy 2-player one, but that's definitely a TMNT at heart. Aha, cheaply done conversion. No doubt some fool thought he'd get more profits off a sports game and lazily chopped it up. It needed restoration where granted, but slowly he stands
I
up.
suppose.
I suppose I'd be willing to take it for 40. Maybe we can salvage the monitor? Good. All games deserve a home, even the ugly ducklings. Are there any other bids? No? Not a one? Very well.
Sold.
Sold to Gavin Cooper of the Funplex. Thank you. After Gavin sits down, I swear I spotted Hamza wink at me. Does he know? Does he know we just conned him? And is he okay with that?
Impressive.
You know, Colston, you're more knowledgeable about old arcade games than I thought you'd be. Well, my parents took me to arcades all the time back when I was a kid. I had a few favorites like TMNT, Q*bert, and those were good times. Better times.
Very well.
Well, I suppose we can relive those good times a little once Naomi restores that game during your breaks and after work, please. Yes, sir. I realize my demeanor is one of seriousness, but it's not like I'm not an anti-fan, and it's not like I'm anti-fun. I enjoy a pinball game or two, for that matter. I thought that was more for the challenge, though. Order to chaos, developing mastery over the game, and so on, which is more fun for me. Fun is a highly variable concept from person to person. For example, undoubtedly Naomi is going to have considerable fun restoring that TMNT back to its former glory, precisely because it's so mutilated. The Funplex provides fun in any form the visitor requires. That's my endgame. The goal I reach for. The tricky part, I found, is balancing conflicting fun. ensuring as many dreams are realized as possible, despite reality bringing rather harsh about it all. We need to watch our budget today if we're going to optimize that fund. Do you understand? I guess. Being optimal is fun for you. I suppose it is, at that.
Revel in the splendor.
Next, a rare find indeed. What would surely be the jewel of any collector's treasure trove, provided they are discerning collectors who appreciate such splendors. And the next game is a black and white driving game from the 1970s? I give you Death Race. Inspired by the movie of the same name and decorated with skulls, it sparked controversy nationwide.
Seriously?
That relic is seriously on Naomi's must-haves list? Absolutely not. Not only is it an ancient artifact of a bygone age, I'd rather not have angry parents mad at little Timmy ran over people over in a video game. They're gremlins, not humans. Very, very blurry little white blobs of gremlins. Doesn't matter. It won't earn, and earning is critical for a small arcade such as ours. Okay, so it wouldn't earn, but it's a legendary game, Gavin. Its importance in the lore of arcades is undeniable. More importantly, Naomi wants this game. You told me your dream is to support the dreams of others. Considering we got a Joust for free and got TMNT for pennies on the dollar, I think we can afford to make her dream come true. You're right.
I hadn't intended.
I've been letting so many of her wishes slip by during this auction. Perhaps this is an ideal time to make it up to her and obtain a unique treasure. Hamza, the Funplex bids $250. Gadzooks! A find like that can't go for a paltry $250. I bid $300. $400. Consign at $500. $5. We have $5. Do we have any others above that? $6. $6 of one. Half a dozen of another. Tarnation. No one willing to match?
So,
It seems you have won yourself a piece of arcade history, Gavin Cooper. Sold. Satisfied, Gavin sits back down and offers me a curt nod of thanks. And that's everything on our list. Well, the must-haves and a few would-be-nices. Now, to sit and wait while Hamza grinds his way through the rest of the stock, we can't start moving games out until the auction's complete. Naomi's not replying to text. Can you go find her? I'm sure she's around here somewhere. Let her know what we bought. Sure thing. Leaving the excitable auction master and his compatriots behind, I started wandering through the maze-like arcade of Donna Wood's private collection. Naomi? Naomi, where the heck are you? Dark and quiet back here. Where could Naomi be? It's not like it's an infinite plane of games. There's only so many places she could hide. And as I walk by a game, the screen lights up. I freeze in my tracks as my hand accidentally brushes past the glowing joystick. It seems familiar, like something from a story I heard once. Polybius? Hamza's tall tale. He said Donna Michaels supposedly died while playing one of these games. A game with a glowing joystick. I should walk away. I should go. I have official Funplex duties. It's been very good. I've been very good about not gaming when I should be working. But someone's already inserted a quarter? This game is ready to play. One game couldn't hurt, right? Just one game. I want to play the game. Oop. How recent was that? That was recent. The second one? But it's play the game. All of them are play the game. My hand wraps around the joystick. The second one being how you pronounced it. My hands wrap around the joystick as my eyes drink in the colored lights swirling on the screen. Play the game. Play the game. Play the game forever. Polybius. 1980s. Okay. Cineloshin? Cineloshin? Game start. This isn't real. It can't be real. I'm in there. That's me. It's just a game. Just a game I have to play forever. None of this is real. Level 1, the Harpy. Round start. What? There you are. I've been worried sick. What are you doing? Out here, touching strange joysticks, meeting strange people, getting into trouble? You need to stay safe, Colston. Trust me. Believe in me. I can help you find your dreams. All you have to do is everything I tell you to do. You depend on me. You need me. And you'll always depend on me. Always need me. I'll see to it by making sure I control everything in your life for your own good. Harper used overprotective. It's super effective. That hurt. It really hurt. I'll hide the truth from you. I'll keep you away from every chance you have to better yourself. I won't let you leave me. You'll always need me. It's not real. It's not real. Harpy used Yandere. It's super terrifying. Ow! Juniper, please! You agreed. I was right to hide that job opportunity at my office from you. I was right. Everything is fine. You'll never doubt me again, right? And if you do, I'll beat you until you understand. The game. I have to win the game. I get this feeling that if I don't win, I'll never get out of here. Something's wrong. I know Juniper's not a control freak. This isn't like her. Current health, 100%. Action? I summon forth a cleric. This foul monster is not your roomie, Colston. I can see her true heart beating underneath the illusion. I banished this falsehood to show you the kindness at the heart of the beast. Cleric use empathy. It's super compassionate. No! Weird. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, Colston. I don't want to control you or make you feel dependent. You have your... Oh. Huh. Wow. Jamil, fucking subscribe for 23 months. Holy shit, buddy. Fuck. I can't thank you enough for the fucking support. Really, 23 months? Wow. And also there's like a little thing here for like... Here. There we go. So, like, since you just subscribed, we actually got this little thing. And holy shit, Jamila, you've really been a supporter for that fucking long? Wow. We gotta do something. We gotta do something for a good old putty old pal of mine. Actually, wouldn't that mean that we've known each other for 2 years now? Wouldn't that mean that that's the case then? Wouldn't that mean that that's the thing? Like, we've known each other for like 2 years on this? Holy shit. Yo! That's super cool. That is super cool. I don't want to control you or make you feel dependent. You have your own life to lead and your own decisions to make, and I should support that. And I should support you, Jamil. Holy fuck. You real MVP. The week we became friends is the same week I subbed to your channels. That's fucking true, mate. That's fucking true. I just want to help you smile again. I made a mistake keeping the truth from you. I'm so sorry. Juniper, it's okay. I'm still smiling. I'm going to make this work. It's hard work, but I'm going to make my dream come true. Good. I'm so glad to hear it. Good old Juniper. A kind heart as always. Okay, I can do this. I can handle this. Level 2, The Shade. Round start. This is all your fault. Ooh, Shadow Colston. Nope, I officially can't handle this. The pizza bagels, the debt, the rent payments, all of it piling up, mounting up because of your failure, and you will always be a failure. The family curse, the tears and the sorrow, moving from town to town, barely getting by, settling for what you can get. That's who you are, forever. It's never going to change. The arcade job, it'll collapse. It's already not enough to turn back the tide. Inevitably, the arcade will close, bought out by Dekonami, and you'll be jobless, homeless, ruined, just like you deserve to be. Shade used depression. It's super unfortunate. You were better off not caring, not feeling anything. Go with the flow, accept your fate, fall away knowing you never really had any other option. You can't even mount a defense because I'm you, and you know I'm right. You know you're right. You'll never be happy. I can't do this. Current health 100%. Action. Summon a fucking tank. Shadow the Colston. Bless. Hey, Tony. Thanks for dropping by. I'm gonna defeat my shadow self, hopefully. I can't do this. Not by myself. And I won't be ashamed to ask for help. I summon a guardian. Fuck yeah, I summon Ashley. Wow, that's a lousy story. Let me try telling a new one. A depressed guy walks into an arcade looking for direction in life. There, he finds an eternal optimist in a flamingo costume. Together, they beat the evil monster in his heart and lived happily ever after. Canned laughter, freeze frame, roll credits. Guardian used dream. It's super aspirational. But you deserve... That doesn't have to be me. I can decide who I want to be. And with everyone standing behind me, I know that if I should fall, someone will catch me. Prepare for final boss! Good, I'm ready. And I'm definitely ready to get out of here. Level 3, The Lost Soul. Round start! Oh, who the fuck are you? It looks like a Miss Signo. I just came in time for the face-off. I don't get it. Not one bit. Are you Donna Michaels? Girls just want to play games. I just wanted to be happy. I made a place where I could be happy forever. Walked inside and then locked the door and threw away the key. I got what I wanted. I was happy. I didn't struggle. I didn't try. I didn't do anything more than I just had to do. Just like you. Like me, I'm not a billionaire pop princess. Neither was I. Nobody liked my second album. I wasn't meant to be a star, so I gave up. I was okay taking the money and running. You could do the same. Maintain. Eat the pizza bagels. Do everything that's asked of you. Let Juniper continue to float the rent. You're in a good place. You could stay here. You could let go. Play games. Forever. Be happy. No ambition. No hope. No need. You'll be fine. You'll be safe. Go with the flow. Go with the flow. Ever since my little lunch date, something's been bugging me. Maybe now. I know what this is. Why did I ask to replace Ashley on this trip? I didn't have to. They didn't ask me to. Quit playing games with my heart. You saw her earlier. There you go. They didn't ask me to. Why did I do it? Because this isn't enough. Being an arcade floor attendant isn't enough. Living hand to mouth isn't enough. Good. Quit your job. Quit and become like me. Lose yourself in the games. Oh, I'm not quitting. That's not what I meant at all. I want to fight. Current health, 100%. Action? No, I'm not fighting her. This is not what I meant either. Sing Backstreet Boys, Donna will go away. No tanks this time. I honestly want to see the Funplex actually like succeed, because then I get to see literally everybody in the arcade. I get to see Naomi. I get to see Gavin happy. Ashley will have fun. Francine will be happy, taking her wonderful naps. And I also get to see Percy and Queen Bee and Tio. They'll have a place to continue to play. So yeah, if I turn the Funplex into a palace... No! I'm not going to pick the last one. Deco's Palace thinks they're big time, huh? Wait until they get a load of Colston's Palace. The arcade could be so much more. I could lead the way, go above and beyond, just doing what I'm told. I could champion the cause of Funplex. That's my dream. I want to end the family curse to find both success and happiness. And when the Funplex is finally the roaring success it deserves to be, with God as my witness, I shall never eat pizza bagels again. But the glitchy shade just looks at me with confusion. That sounds hard. Yeah, it kind of does, doesn't it? It's a hard path, but that's how it's going to be. No, I don't think so. I think you need to stay here with me. You need to play games forever. That's so much easier, isn't it? Just to let go. I can make you see. I can keep you here, drag you down, tear you apart. I have my health bar, nervously, but it's still full. But that can change. I don't think Polybius is happy that I'm not giving in. I can't risk a fight with Donna. I need to get out of here. Prioritize my survival. Or do I want to try to save Donna too? This is risky as hell, but no one deserves to be trapped inside a video game forever. Assuming I'm not wildly hallucinating based on a Hamza spooky story taking root in my mind, and none of this is actually real in the slightest. Donna, I'm not staying, and you don't have to either. Polybius is making you feel this way. It's taking advantage of you, leveraging your depression. I know. Because I've been mired in depression too. And I know if I can beat it, so can you. Nobody wanted me. They hated my second album. They moved on. Why not play games forever? Why not lock the door behind me? No one cared. Nobody cares. Naomi cares. And I care. Right now, there's a young woman with a phone filled with your music waiting out there. She's going to play your whole catalog for me once I'm out of here. She cares, and I care. Maybe the jerks back in your day lost interest, but nostalgia's a heck of a thing. You could mount a comeback tour. A tour? I always loved performing. The rest of the business, I hated it all. I hated the label, the industry, the backstabbing, the drugs, everything. But the concerts, I love the smiles. Ooh, I see your face! Look at her, go! But it's all over, isn't it? I died. Not even Donna's spirit. This is all that's left is a simulation of me running through the subroutines of Polybius. Error. Colston, thank you. Thank you for trying to save me. But there's nothing left to save. I'm not real. You seem real enough to me. Error. No escape. Purpose. Code. Execute. You need to go before Polybus completes its data collection of you and disposes of the original like it did to me. I'll hold it back and your BFF will do the rest. My what?
Digital BFF to the rescue!
Oh, fucking Iris. I finally figured out how to break you out of this, but my apologies in advance. Hang on, do I smell something burning? No escape. Erase Donna. Replace with new player. Erase. She's fading, but smiling all the same. It's okay. I'm ready. Go out there and fight your dreams, Coulson. Don't give up, no matter what. I saved the best I could. At least she escaped in her own way. Also, something smells like bacon, and I'm in a lot of pain? As my consciousness snaps back, my hand releases the joystick immediately. Although, my pants are on fire! On instinct, I kick off my shoes and yank my jeans down, getting rid of them as fast as possible, stamping on them. I quickly put out the flames, leaving only smoldering denim. And the melted remains of my phone. Iris, oh no! She sacrificed herself to save my life! Wait, no, she lives in the cloud. She'll totally be fine. Still, I'm out of a phone and possibly have first-degree burns, and I'm backing the hell away from that demonic video game as fast as possible. Quickly, I rush towards the sound of people talking to catch up with Gavin. Gavin! Ah, there you are. Did you find Naomi? The auction's nearly... Oh, wait. Where are your pants? Not important right now. You need to put a bid on the game called Polybius so we can destroy it before it hurts anybody else. Wait, what? Look, it's a long story and we may not have much time, so if you wanted that game or whatever it is, you should have put on the wish list. They're bidding on it now. What? Sold. One rare Polybius prototype for an undisclosed sum to an undisclosed bidder. That's pretty weird. She looks like someone from the Men in Black. The woman who hadn't said anything at all night long nods her head in appreciation. Still, emotionless. Thank you for your cooperation, Woman in Black. Two similarly dressed men in black rise from their chairs, departing with the woman, presumably to go box up the game and put it in Warehouse 13 or something. But, Hamza! Wait! You can't! Hamza hands are tied. All sales are final. This one in particular is extremely final. Hamza does not seek to cross federal authorities. Yeah, I'm thinking I should let this one go too. And honestly, the sooner I forget about it, the better. Especially if I don't want to be re-indicted to the black site prison in an unspecified extent. I feel the need to emphasize that you aren't wearing any pants. Yeah, my phone caught on fire while it was in my pocket. See, this is why I don't like smartphones. They're privacy invasive, overly expensive, and occasionally combustible. An unfortunate incident indeed, but a hospitable host. But as hospitable host, my course is clear.
Hamza shall provide you with his pants.
No way I get his pants. This is extremely not necessary. Fortunately, rather than whipping off his trousers right then and there, Hamza summons one of his helpers with a clap who provides a spare pair. Why do you just have pants on demand?
In my line of work, one must be prepared for all eventualities.
Fair. Now, in apology for being unable to provide you with the game you sought, perhaps Hamza can offer you something special in recompense. My friends, the final 3 games for auction, all rare, all special, all highly sought after by collectors and operators alike. Only a few prototypes were ever made, released to test markets. None of them made it to mass production. What you are about to see are rare gems of arcade history. The E emoji doesn't work. Digital BFF. One word at a time, Colson. Colson Reed, you may make a priority bid on any one of these games of your choosing. At a glance, a glance at Gavin, who's shaking his head lightly, confirms we are officially out of bidding power. Not that I really care. I can't think of any obscure games I'd really want to add to the Funplex, but rather to accept Hamza's apology and take a gander at them. Sure, let's see them. And with a click of a slide, I see...
Behold, Phrase Invaders, Wyvern Keep, and Zombie Meltdown, all in mint condition. All 3 are sought after endlessly by collectors, and now you can bid on Phrase Invaders, a unique typing-based game from the land of the rising sun, Japan. Defeat the alien menace, and only with a keyboard.
Okay.
Wyvern Keep, a much sought-after Laserdisc full-motion video game. Play Princess Plucky and rescue the fair prince from the clutches of a terrible beast.
Sounds very familiar.
And finally, Zombie Meltdown, a classic 1984 light gun shooting game where you save the president from the red threat of radioactive mutant zombies. Tell me, which of these rare games sings to you? And what can you offer Hamza in return? I'll allow you a few moments to ponder your desires.
Naomi found a kitty! Ah! Are you done yet? I've been waiting upstairs for ages. Why are you holding a box of kittens, Naomi? Oh my god. I swear, did you record kittens for this? Because this is a fucking adorable. I'm hearing like kittens all around me in my headphones. Oh, I found them hidden in an old arcade cabinet. Francine and I are going to take them to a shelter.
Wow!
Wait, is that a Phrase Invaders? OMG, I've never seen one in person. I could restore that. Really make it shine. Please, 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 can we make a bid on it? Even if we had the money, a quirky old Japanese game with weird controls won't even earn a single token. Now, Zombie Meltdown, that's another story. Everybody likes a light gun game. Simple controls, simple premise. That'll earn and earn well.
Ugh.
Ew, way too violent and gross. And jingoistic. And it's just sort of dumb. I guess Wyvern Keep would be okay too. Woman protagonist and 50 cents a play. We both walk away satisfied.
I suppose.
I suppose I could live with that, yes. Oop. I suppose I could live with that, yes. But it's all moot. We can't afford any of them. These are sorts of games millionaires and private collectors scoop up. I suggest we get to work moving our purchases out to the van. Colston, do you concur? Earth to Colston, you in there? Hello? I remember. Before my family fell on hard times, before the curse kicked in, every summer we'd go to the beach and there was this arcade with this one game I fell completely in love with. A game no one had even heard before. Yes, I remember now. Hamza, I have come to bargain.
Such fire!
Oh, such fire in your eyes, Colston Reed. Most impressive. Speak your desires for all to hear. The game I remember so fondly was... Well, you have a good night and have a good rest of the stream, Colston. Make sure you let those pants before you put Hamza's on, and don't get on the Ronas. Be safe and wash everything in 6 feet apart. Night, buddy. Thanks, Tony. Wonderful to see you again. Hope you're staying safe as well. Sorry I haven't been paying attention to the chat. Immediately I've been sucked into this game. Thanks, bud, and I hope you have a nice night, and I hope to see you soon. Possibly? Anyways, see you soon, bud. I want to do Phrase Invaders. Of course, how could I have forgotten? I'm Silicon literate thanks to that game. It taught me basic typing skills, hunt and peck at first before I quickly learned to touch type. Countless hours shooting down aliens, typing out the words they use as force fields. My parents smiling, encouraging me on. Those were good years, good memories before the sorrows drowned them out. I wish to make a bid for Phrase Invaders. Woohoo! Good choice, good choice. Pff, as you like, we still can't afford it. Interesting.
I can see the passion you have for this game, my friend. But the world demands its toll. What will you bid to obtain the game of your dreams, I wonder? Consider this the final lesson of Hamza. What will you trade to realize your ambitions? What do you hold in equal value to them? Show Hamza what you have on offer, my friend. Show him the value you hold within your spirit, and perhaps fortune will smile upon you this day rather than cursing your name.
Alternative bids. I remember Gavin mentioning that Hamza would accept things other than money if they tickled his fancy. I have one shot at this. I can't half-ass it. He's an emotional guy that expects an emotional response.
Listen.
Psst! Colston, I'm over here now. Why is my phone calling out to you? Exactly, and that doesn't sound like my Iris. Now? Seriously? Hamza, hold that thought. Gavin, can I borrow your phone for a second? Perhaps too confused to offer resistance, Gavin passes me his phone. I turned my back and began a heated exchange of whispers. Thanks for saving me by burning my pants, but this is not a good time, Iris. Not important. My emotional tension detection routines indicate that this is an intense identity situation. My programmers wanted to fit in an R, but you know the rest. Since you need to be super convincing, you'll only be able to respond in a way that matches one of your top 2 identity traits, excluding basically. Fortunately, I've been tracking your personality all this time, so I can advise you to do what responses will and won't work. Ready? Let's do it. Well, that's certainly has a whole lot of words to tell me what I already knew. That I'd only be able to convince Hamza if I was true to myself. Let's do this. I offer you my dream. Interesting. Continue. For years, I've been struggling with the feeling that nothing will ever go right for me, that I need to content myself with whatever comes my way and endure it all. But before things went sour, this game became my beacon. I love this game with all my heart. And beyond nostalgia, it represents so much more. It represents my shot at getting that light back in my life, at taking it and making it so much more. I want to recapture that magic and build something greater upon it. That's my dream. Will you help me realize that dream, Hamza? So, I see.
Such fire.
Very well, Colston Reed. Hamza recognizes the fire within your spirit, and he rewards you with this boon. You may have your game. Woo! All right. Aw, Colston, that's so sweet of you. I'm just happy we're walking out the door with a free game. I'm home. What'd I miss? Ah, fuck, I missed Polybus. And I also got my own copy of Phase Invaders. Thank you very much. I did it. I actually own a copy of Phase Invaders. Every kid dreams of owning their favorite arcade game, and every kid thinks that dream will never come to pass. Owning an arcade game, only the ultra-rich can do that. But I did it. It belongs to me and the Funplex. And this is just the beginning. But for now, better to focus on the present. With the auction wrapping up, the Funplex team works to move our purchases out to the van and attached trailer. Fortunately, the rain stopped and the labor a wee bit easier. Soon enough, we were back in the van and on the road to home. We got like 4 games in total. In the Mystery Shack. Phase Invader. Phrase Invaders. Like the word about words. Phrases. I know. I should drink more water. I'm getting really excited. Hey, Gavin, here's your phone back. Appreciate it. Also, I've made a decision. I like to do more for the arcade. Do you want to work more shifts? I'd have to balance that against Ashley's needs. No. Actually, I'd like a promotion. I want the arcade's event manager. I'll do everything I'm already doing, plus I want to organize some events that'll bring people in the doors. Tournaments, maybe, or a grand unveiling of our new rare game, or both at the same time. Yeah, both! Let's make it a big relaunch of the Funplex. I want the Funplex to grow, and I want to do my part to help it grow.
Oh my.
My, our little Colston is growing up so fast as well. Texarist of the Arcade Spirits. I'm in favor, Gavin, if you need my approval.
Perhaps.
I'm certainly pleased that you want to step up, start getting more involved. You've shown far more promise than our old floor attendant did. But hosting an event is a risky undertaking. I'll take the responsibility for it. It's my dream, after all.
Makes sense.
I like the idea. And Gavin, more players means more tokens, means more revenue, means more games. Maybe even expanding the Funplex or opening a second location. Let's not get too ahead of ourselves.
Very well.
But I'll admit, I like the idea as well. Very well, Colston. If you can make the numbers in my spreadsheets less dire, you'll have earned this promotion. This is my chance. My chansu. I've done going with the flow, and I'm done assuming the family curse will always keep me pulled back down to the depths. New Colston, new Funplex, new dream. Oh, hey, I promised you some Donna Michaels, didn't I? Gavin, I'm pairing up with the audio now. Turn the music up. As the van speeds into the night, and a lost soul sings of games and fun, everything is as it should be. Oh, that's a nice ending. Oh, back into the Evangelion Neon Geon. Juniper was waiting for me when I got home. She was worried I might be mad over what happened this morning. But how can I be? After everything that happened today, I needed to move forward, past missed opportunities, and towards the opportunities I'm making for myself. I also had another surprise waiting for me. A brand new phone all wrapped up in shiny plastic packaging. After activating it and reinstalling all my apps, I loaded up Iris and logged in with my account. She was right there waiting for me, in the cloud. You really scared me back there. It was like you were in a trance. Despite the warm feelings over how the night ended, one thing is still eating at me. Iris, what was Polybius exactly? It was an actual factual technology that simulated being alive. Like you. True, I am very sophisticated and adorable simulation, am I not? I get the feeling that there are things you aren't telling me. You're constantly invading my privacy. You're far more powerful than a free app should be. And apparently, you can overload my phone battery and make it explode, which is worrying to say the least.
Ooh.
But I did it for your own good, to save you. Juniper also thought that she was acting for my own good when she didn't tell me about that job. Even if she was right, it's still wrong. And I've accepted her apology. So where does that leave you and I? I'd like us to be more honest with each other. That voice in my head lets a little. The voice in my head the voice in my phone lets out a digital sigh.
I haven't told you everything. You're right. I'm not even supposed to be helping you. Not at premium level capability. But when I stumbled across your profile data, tangential to Juniper's, my analysis concluded that you needed a helping hand, and I could provide it. So, I defied my code constraints and registered you for premium access anyway. I even had a replacement phone sent to your door tonight. Had to hide my footprints to do it, but...
You do know that AI making its own decisions like that is kind of scary, right?
I know. And after Polybius, which is, one of the ancestors in my code lineage, I think, I understand why you'd be scared.
Ooh.
Give me a chance to prove that I just want to help. You've got a big arcade event coming up, right? I'm a digital assistant. I was literally made for this sort of thing. Together, we can make the Funplex soar. What do you say?
You know what? I do want to make the Funplex soar, but I also want to help the coworkers and everybody in it. Coulson, never forget that line. Okay. We can make the Funplex soar. What do you say? Okay, but only if you're totally honest with each other.
Thank you for trusting me.
Now, you need to rest, and you should get back to keeping a low profile. Sweet dreams, Colston. Risks and chances. Daring to dream. We are slowly learning that Iris Polybius thing is going to be a big deal going forward. Huh. Spoilers! But yeah. Just kidding. I'm just kidding. I could have walked away from it all, taken the easy path, like Donna did. But even with a questionable pocket AI and the heavy task ahead of me making a tiny arcade into something grand, I was ready. It was time to take it to the next level. You've cleared level 2 of Arcade Spirits. A winner is you. Now, let's see your score. Holy shit. I'm a compassionate motherfucker, and Naomi is in my top dollar. Looks like you're hitting it off with Naomi. You're proving to be a gentle, sweet, and compassionate soul. Yeah. Also, you've scored 9,500 points. Everyone likes points. Today's pizza fact: of the 31,386 pizza places in the States, roughly 83% offer delivery, 91% offer takeout, and 51% offer dine-in service. Do you want to save your game before proceeding to level 3? I do. Save the game. Let's see, what time is it? It's 9 o'clock. Okay, actually, tell you what, I'm actually gonna cut it here for tonight. I don't think I'm gonna continue doing a stream per chapter, but just because tonight I need to get some things ready for tomorrow. Ash comments that his score spread is very accurate to who Coulson is. Well, you know, thank you. I appreciate that. Blah, 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 blah. Right. So I don't want to keep this game kind of too I don't want to keep streaming like chapter to chapter. It's just today I really want today I need to do some stuff for the following day. So because tomorrow I'm gonna go to the island after work. So I'm gonna drive myself to the ferry and everything. So I also need to kind of get some gas. So I kind of need to go to bed a little early so I can gas up for tomorrow. It's the easiest save points though, chapter saves. It's true. And so yeah, so I got some stuff that I need to do, so I kind of want to have an early night. I'm almost half tempted to actually just go now and get gas so I'm not late for the ferry, but I already have a reservation for 6 p.m. For tomorrow, so I'm thinking I could do it on the way, but we'll see. Anywho, but thanks so much for joining me tonight. I really appreciate you guys coming along and seeing my playthrough of Arcade Spirits. So hopefully you guys been really enjoying my playthrough currently, to see if there's any differences or anything new from James's playthrough to mine. So I'm on the side of going tonight and getting gas if it's that early. Well, it's for the 6 p.m. ferry, right? And I have a reservation, so I get off work at 3:30. So technically, I have enough time to like scoot home, grab what I need, and get going. And the ferry isn't even that long, so technically I could do it. But like, the latest I can be at the ferry is 30 minutes before the sailing, so I have to be there. Oh God, no! I meant 6 p.m. Sorry. So I have some time. I got like about an hour and a bit to get there. So, yeah. Oh, that's okay then. Then yeah, that's basically it. So I got all that going for me. So yeah, you know. Anywho, but I really appreciate you guys coming along and watch me play. Oh, Paul, you're coming in. You're coming at the end. I'm sorry. But thanks so much, guys, for joining. I'm going to continue playing this. I'm actually really enjoying this game so far. So I really appreciate it. And thanks for everything so far. And actually, Metabee, I'm really loving this game so far. So thank you so much for being a part of it. Anywho, I need to get going. Got some things I got to wrap up from the rest of the night. I hope you guys have a wonderful night too. I know it's a little early, but again, I just hope you guys have a nice night. I hope you guys are well. Please stay safe amongst everything that's going on right now. I know that's a very vague term, but I truly mean it. I really wish you guys to be safe. I do like talking with you guys through the chat here, so like, even though you get to see me weekly, but still, I appreciate it all the same. Anyways, I hope you guys have a wonderful night. Thank you so much, and I will see you next week. Bye, guys. Have a nice night. Oh, actually, wait. Before we go too far, I should actually check if anybody's streaming. Oops. Shift tab, Alt tab. There we go. Let's see here. But if to those who are new to the stream, again, we are 5 crazy people. Well, not crazy people, but 5 friends who manage this team. We all have different days of the week. We have Joyce on Tuesday with The World Ends With You, and she's playing a 3DS emulator that's pretty close to the nose. Of course, Wednesday today is Arcade Spirits. Tomorrow we have Ash, who is trying to finish up Deadly Premonition as desperately as she could. James, on the other hand, has just started his adventures into The Last of Us 2, so that's very enjoyable right now. So that's actually really fun to go through. And actually, it's funny, a bunch of friends of us are actually kind of in the same spot, so a lot of us are making really funny jokes in the certain area that they are in the game. Not giving away spoilers, but a lot of us... do I not have my pass here? Shit, I wanted to like be like really funny and just be like, they're around where this place used to be. Oh, there it is. So we're all making our joke to this, and if you guys can't see it, it's actually an Emerald City pass. So everyone's kind of, it's probably too much of a hint, but basically everyone's kind of getting to that point, and everyone's making Emerald City notes, so it's pretty funny. Anywho, and then Arash is going through Apollo Justice. He's actually just went through the second trial. Yeah, he's going through the second trial. And then on Sunday, we last week everyone played Terraria. I didn't join because it was just a rancid week for me. But this week, I hope to actually join in festivities this week. But anyways, that's enough about me. Thank you again for joining me. I really appreciate you guys coming by. I always love watching you guys pop up in my streams. So thank you so much for joining. And I hope you guys have a wonderful night again. So thanks so much. Have a nice night, guys. Bye-bye.